Hello, my little goblins. We're back at it again, and this time it is the top 5 games of the week. And we got Evil Eye from the opponent, and we have DD's Nuts playing Tearlament. Surely Tearlament destroys him, right? There's no shot in the dark that Evil Eye would have even a remote chance here. I mean, it's freaking Evil Eye. It's kind of rough, right? So he's going to play Max C. Looks like these nuts are going to try and play into this. Interesting choice, I think, actually. I mean, the thing is, I will say, is Tearlaments usually, I mean, if you just have to go into Heart, right? You go into Heart and you get rid of the Eye, because the Eye makes it so your card can't die. You're probably fine. So we're going into Elf. Not sure about this one. Guess we're just going for the Meryl Shuffle. Here we go. And then we're going for the Rukelios. I am curious. Do we have an option to go into Aqua? I'm like 99% sure we could have gone into Heart there, so we could at least get rid of this. But even then, he still wouldn't have lethal though. Problem, I think so. And then he summons Snow, and this makes it so you can't target. So I guess you just do nothing. Interesting. He's gonna flip that card face down. And then we're just going to be off to the races. Medora is going to hit the Zurzel, so he won't be getting that back. But this guy has 600 cards in his hand, so I don't think that really matters too much. We're going to be negating the first Zurzel that comes out that I was trying to activate. And then this card comes out, which I believe this card pops cards on the field. Does it out? Yep, it can pop a card. Or, no, it flips it face down. And then pop. Okay. So, double pop. Pretty good. And now, Snow comes out again. Snow's going to activate its effect. Flip the Amazement. God, I really like when people use this card. It's actually pretty cool. We got Melfi Caddy coming out. And really, that couldn't have been the right play, right? You banish Kalios and all these other cards, I guess, to flip down Caddy, but the problem is Caddy's effect still activates. Yikes. And then Wally comes out. Are you ready? So he's gonna just activate Soliak. And then negate. Evil Eye Retribution comes out. Negate. This is kind of rough. Can DDDs really come back here? And he's underneath another Max C. Yikes. Summons Rhino Heart. There's no way he loses. He still has Kaleido Heart. He still does. That card's not Spanish. So finally we go into Kaleido Heart. We flip that face down. And enough cards are in the graveyard. Honestly, that's a lot of banished cards. Flip. Finally he gets rid of it. Boom. He left up the Wally though. Interesting. Now, Penny will be able to go... Oh, they actually go to Psychic and Punisher. Boom. Hits him for 49 smackaroos. Evenly. Kind of strange. Gets rid of the back row. Sets 2. Oh, my goodness. There's no shot that he can lose here. Solemn comes out. Yikes. He brings back Snow. This is just not looking good for him. Pop. Could just attack here, but wants to BM a little because he's like, I just beat Tearlament. And this is a Uno reverse. It wasn't DD's Nuts top game of the week. It was the opponent's. So, I just thought that was pretty cool. And D's Nuts, he was a good sport about it. So hello, we're at game number 4 of the week, and we got Randy, who changed his name to Dirty Goomba. Kind of interesting. Sure, I like the sound of that. We got We got Piri Ree's map. Comboing off. A lot of things happening. Rare fish. I mean, did the opponent just pass to him? Is this turn 2? I believe this is. Yeah, this is turn 2. So the thing about the Goaty deck is, like, they can't really OTK that well unless your hand's, like, really crazy, because they usually set up for next turn. That's usually how the deck works. I just got followed on Twitch. Interesting, that's what that noise was. Thanks for the follow, monkey. You're going to be in the YouTube video. I just want to tell you how bizarre that is, because it's like 2 in the morning as I'm recording this. And it's a little strange. Like, I'm not streaming or anything, just random follow on Twitch. But yeah, he's playing on Thunder Dragons. And I'm going to say this. You don't have to imperm the Dragon Colossal right here, because you're going to banish it anyway. And the banish doesn't actually, like, he can't protect against it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, he's going to end up banishing Abyss Keeper, which banishes the Thunder Dragon Colossal. So, goodbye. I love Goaty. Goaty is so much fun to play. Alright. Chaos Creator comes out. Opponent's going to go... He just played in the Imperm column. Pretty funny, actually. Blackluster Soldier. Pretty funny. This is 2010, I guess. 2008. And then Goaty just banishes the entire board. And he whiffs on his Allure of Darkness. Things just spiraled out of control for Rab. Honestly, and that's part of the reason why it's top 5 games of the week. Just because I thought that was hilarious. Just the spiral out of control was just, I don't know, it was just funny to me. Hello, we're here at game number 3 of the week with Thidis versus Fortunato. And we are playing against Fur Hire Runic, most likely. Runic Sprite. Because that's the deck that's been running around nowadays. Personally, people say, hey, this is really good deck. Yada yada. Look, you get to draw 6 cards. Pretty crazy. And, like, I don't know. I personally think that when you add all these Fur Hire cards, it just weakens the deck. I don't know. That's just me personally. If you're a big fan of Fur Hire, don't take that to heart, but you should. I just don't think the archetype's that good. You get a pop. Yeah, you get to draw some extra cards. But I don't know if it's that crazy. He summoned his Fursona, which is Fulgo, which special summons the Recon, which is a pop. So the combo is they use another card in the graveyard. I believe it's this card, which allows you to special summon another Fur Hire from the graveyard to the field. And then it allows this card to trigger its effect to pop a face-up card. So they get a free pop, and it triggers Fulgo, which lets him draw cards equal to the number of different Fur Hires you have. So if you have 3 monsters, hold on. To show you draw, if you control 3 or more Fur Hire cards, draw 2 additional. Yeah, so you can draw 3 cards if you have 3 Fur Hires on the field. Otherwise, it's just 1 card. So Hugging comes out, called by, sniping the red. He's going to still activate that Runic Fountain, shuffle, draw 2. Crusadia Arbia. So I think Fortunato plays this really well. And Crusadia is pretty based IMO. So he's going to activate Rex Fright Fur Hire. Which I think is a good play here to just kind of stop the search from happening. So Fulgo comes out. Which remember, this is only a draw 1 if he does pop something. Because he only has 2 Fur Hires on the field. Parallel Exceed happens. He activates the card, but he has Crusadia Power, which makes this card unaffected. And then he goes in for the negate. So he gets the carrot negate out of the way. Which again is completely fine for Fortunato because he has Arborod in the graveyard, which protects his card anyway. So he grabs Leonis, Now he is going to use Fulgo to draw a card. Regulus comes out. Boom, here comes Thunder King. Boom, there goes Ash Blossom. Pretty cringe. IMO. And then he is going to go into Equimax. And the reason he goes into Equimax, he's at 6,900 life points. This gives him exact lethal. 69. We love it. We love the number 69. Hello, this is game number 2 of the week, and we got Glove Never Fit versus Exo Sisters. Or he's not versus Exo Sisters. He is Exo Sisters. My bad. But something I do want to address. I think I address it almost every video, but when you guys are submitting your plays of the week, right, or your games of the week, remember that. Also, if you guys don't know how to submit one, you just join our Discord. The link is down below. And when you join the Discord, you go, there's a submit duel replay. You give your duelist ID, and then you show me what game you want me to watch. Now, you need to make sure the game is public. And I've noticed there's a good amount of people who don't make their games public. So when I go to check them, I'm like, okay, where is it? And it's just nowhere to be found. So, I apologize also for this me if I'm itching my eyes or scratching my nose. I have like allergies, and for some reason they've been acting up like pretty bad, even with medication. So TEARLAMENTS versus Vados is pretty. It's gonna be a pretty rough one for him. He does get the max C off, but Vados is. I actually would like if. I think. What Glove should have done here is he should have activated Max C at the same time. Only because if the opponent, I don't think he does, but I think if the opponent had Call by the Grave, he would have to decide whether or not he Call by the Grave's his own Max C. You know what I mean? So I think he should have done that just in case. But that's just something minor. Because, I mean, if he doesn't play anything, he probably just loses to Glove's board anyway, but... So, here we go. The mill starts to happen, and since all these cards are activating from the graveyard, what's going to end up happening with that is these cards are on the field. They're going to transform to XZ monsters, and usually it gets pretty gnarly. So, I'm going to tell you that right now. Banish. Heartbeat grabs the trap. It's gonna get nasty because the Exorcister cards are just so good at shutting out Tear's effects. Like they get all these effects off, which are pretty big. Don't get me wrong. Like he's gonna send all these cards, which is unfortunate because he's gonna get a few fusions off, right? But he's gonna be able to go into Michaelis, and he's gonna be able to go into Asophala or whatever. So this card negates, this card bounces, but they lock out the graveyard pretty much. It's almost like a Dweller effect. So Kit Kalios activates, all this shit activates, boom, boom. Magnifica is going to be able to go into Michaelis, which is good. So this one's kind of rough because he goes for the banish here, but since this card also says the immediately resolve, whatever. Let me see what yeah. So since this card says immediately after this card effect resolves, a special summon XZ monster, Rikelios can negate it. So he just chains Magnifica to this, so he's gonna get Michaelis regardless. But this card's like 2 banishes, and it banishes something from the grave, which is pretty juicy. But we still banish the Rikelios. And then they go into a Baron. Which again, like, he already drew like 30 cards. He's got double evenly matched, so if he goes to combat and kills this board, he just doubles evenly matched. Now, Glove definitely should not have used Imperm here. He should have just evenly matched, and when Baron negated, he just evenly matches again. Just because like using Imperm on Kaleido Heart here would have just been better. But he's going to activate Max C. Ash happens. He's kind of just cocked. I mean, he just surrenders because he realizes now you can triple tactic him too, which is even more devastating. But GG, awesome plays from Glove. I still think he played that really well. Like, it's tiny things like that are just like so tiny. It's not that big of a deal. It's just something I noticed. So I call it out. Hello, and we're here with the top game of the week, and we have Lightning versus Renan, and he is playing against Black Whirlwind. Here is so he should have ashed the Vada, but it's fine either way. But yeah, he should have just ashed the Vada. But other than that, you're gonna see this is a great game. We're just gonna speed through because he just does Blackwing things. So here goes Wicked Wind. Boom, boom. He goes into Draco Berserker. That's one semi-negate. That's one negate on field, but Omni. And then he goes into the burn. So he activates Pot of Desires. Doesn't get negated. Honestly, probably shouldn't negate it because he went into Ashan. Top decks Ashuna, so goes into Monk of Tenyi. Ashuna ends up searching Vishuddha. Vishuddha is now going to be able to bounce that middle card before he gets to 4. Because if you guys don't know, when that card gets to 4, he can use it and pop everything on the field. So if you end up building a board, you just wipe it. Plus, you're getting burned every time you do anything, which is pretty annoying. So he's going to activate Sword Soul Emergence. Again, does not hold in the negate like crazy. Draco Berserker, goodbye. Grabs it Vishuddha. Vishuddha has not been special summoned. Goes into Shaman of the Tenyi. So this is crazy good play by Lightning. So he's going to attack Monk of the Tenyi, activate the effect to pop this. And what this ends up doing is he's forced to use his negate. So now Tai is free. And it lets him do a perfect nice little play here. He kills Vada. Boom. Goes into Boxia. Boxia is going to bounce both his cards back. And he's just going to end the turn right here. Maxi the opener. Just in case he has anything. Could have held on to it, but this really doesn't matter. I think it's fine just doing it whenever. Boxia is going to activate. It's an imperm. Can't do it. Shaman of the Tenyi is going to activate. He ends up bringing back Vishuddha, which is completely fine. Because if he brought back Taya, he still wouldn't have lethal. The only thing that, well, because I was actually watching Lightning when he was playing this, the only thing we agreed on is that he should have went into another monk so he could pop this Black Whirlwind. But other than that, everything was pretty Gucci here. Goes to the Monk of the Tenyi. Grabs Long Yan. And this is pretty much going to be GG here. He just rolls it up. And I thought that was pretty damn good. He played through a few negates. And he went second. And going second in this format is pretty AIDS. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It is much appreciated. And also join our Discord. Because if you want to be in one of the next videos, you got to submit duel replays. And how do you do that? Well, you got to join the Discord first so you can actually find the area to submit it. But hope you guys had a good one. Goodbye.